desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put everything they say. They don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one force that provides the answer. It face the issue on King's FM. John Anthony April Gossin William, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, and we were playing a tournament, beat us today, and we dropped out of the tournament. Our focus now is not tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent in a brave people, they lead in a brave people, then they come back to their team, that they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack everywhere. Everybody want to say so.
Face the issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's face the issue comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
Finance of all road network in the country, major road network, has signed a 10-year electricity financing. 10 years for the World Bank.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put everything they say. They don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one force that provides the answer. It face the issue on King's FM. John Anthony April Gossin William, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, and we were playing a tournament, they beat us today, and we dropped out of the tournament. Our focus now is not tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent in a brave people, they lead in a brave people, then they come back to their team that they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack everywhere. Everybody want to say so.
I'll face the issue. We speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's face the issue comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
Bow, Papa. You bow, you collected $22 million without PBCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Nicky.
I wish to be something else, so we not vote for Latin and we here, oh. People dying in jail, hostels money is finger. Parents crying for YFX. I thought they said we were in jail. 100 years back and forth. There's life didn't go up. Yeah, was to only betray the labor. Yeah, can't go over to feeling cable. Listen, we get gold, we get diamond, we get iron, oh. We get all, we get timber, we get rubber, oh. They sell the money in the bank and we are living, oh. I got the 100 days, like I be the quota, oh. But what can the tree will go? Waka, oh. Retire, oh. Waka, oh. What can the tree will go? Waka, oh. Retire, oh. Waka, oh. What can the tree will go? Waka, oh. Retire, oh.
the first time in the country you will see I'm to wrong. We not talking plenty egg, we not fighting and we're going. When we talking say the team back to win to oil wrong, you can just be looking at all that to say sleeping among them in a bomb. Expressing my feelings on the song, the 22 minute roll. You tell me how far you go. Then you're the one talking such a we are coming a bro. They've been bossing from Ghana, the people send police for A, yellow money for China, they come and say no for A.
Yama, when I'm feeling for yeah, just about that people in bed.
What on the tree will go? Pagao, retire, Pagao. What on the tree will go? Pagao, retire.
Oh, I play the freedom of speech. Tell me why they sack people for MCC. Where the freedom of speech. When you thought you get a comment like a saki.
We still trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, by a fake impression. They get the job and lead the people with high expectation. Like who's that party seen that asking what the tree will go? But how the tree will go when the driver is old? We've been saying they in the tree, but the driver can wake up. Now all the funny thing they make all do back give up. But who think on the budget?
Like they see me and I think of CPP document.
The also said it like they don't young people property. But Uncle Prince and Jerry praying for Baka to rap it. The country fire on us so we can understand it. See how the people crying.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters, sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of parties, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Burdened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road in the interest of peaceful coexistence. I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the matter was fully exhausted, the trickled, happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Blacka himself, spurred into actions. There was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish. Blacka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, amid the cheers of their partisans, they failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers, fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Baka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with the spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not formed in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However, disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better home than for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democratic go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on the CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Bruton to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Paul Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I said to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes and aid will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. A belief we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is straight ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
The Bouaka, we used to go to him, even fee Bouaka because of his title. Make it comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing. You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Chancellor, I kept the peace. I've never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see the AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, training position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I've kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. We in opposition, Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagreed and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, we have the right to protest and we protest, we went to Ellen and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked.
And the government need to really, really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. The council, even if you are just be getting $1 million for the budget year, every year they give $1 million. You impact a lot of.
President of this country, as God show you is a wonder. You're not believing. We told you for what? You're not football.
Yeah.
I football the very country. I football bring medicine here.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen Johnson because she's from Howard University.
Yeah.
Howard is very different. No passion for the government. Then we know Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's very mean.
Connections, you not get it. Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No, he no tea.
We were trying as our ever. So Ellen did not introduce it to Ellen be the father of her own. She was silent and conquered the country. Instead of not in his life for 12 years, the son of God himself.
Yeah.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When they African leader, they actually had a friend to put in their life.
Yes.
No African leader. No African leader.
Okay.
Because when we are grown, the of the funding and the type of Supreme ruling and the anarchy law, everything and the position statement for the commissioner who the father of body is here. They said the way forward is for peace. Then when brother come now, he has been seen by coming there, but they don't there, don't be there, and you know where is that thing, all kind of way, brother, all kind of thing, and go other people, then, the control they go out in the so they went, what kind of way, some kind of thing they did, for the teaching, they did a resolution for fast, because of any problem.
Yeah.
When they said it, they did let it finish. Then, something happened, almost trying to run me out. Then the brothers achieved the money. They didn't come to the higher money. Then when I heard what was finished, it was remain 2 persons to come. I was me and Obani. So what I want to do, I said, what is going on? You were there when we were paper, and you were there with our own addresses, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to carry. Then brother come there, brother benefit from the policy institution and the Supreme Court to be involved in the election.
You're right.
He doesn't come back.
You're right.
The other parent about 12 years now, he now president now, he finished the thing for the other home, and he wants to do it. He doesn't want to do it.
All of you, wherever you are, it's great joining us right here tonight on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God. And we are very grateful. Again, we are here together
and doing what we can for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible, and we will certainly get there together. And we are right here on this day. Today is the 23rd day. Can you imagine the month had already gone? So by next week, next week, let me see here. Yeah, of course, it's on Saturday. The month will be ending. So on Saturday, the month will be ending. So we are looking at it from all sides. And as a matter of fact, on the 27th, I'm understanding that a writ of prohibition that was filed by MDMC against traffic management and the government of Liberia, and I will be heard by the Justice in Chambers, His Honor Justice Yusuf D. Kaba. I will be hearing that to determine whether or not prohibition will lie against the government of Liberia, especially Joseph Yuma Boaka's latest decision ordering and dysfunctioning the Ministry of Transport and transferring all of its activities to the Liberia Traffic Management. We'll see whether that is applicable on our laws. Again, we are here. This is Joseph Boaka's Liberia. So whatever it is that relates to you buying lesson plates at a higher price, your license at a higher price, your driver's license at a higher price, and then talking about how your ticketing levels will go up, and charging so forth and pocketing, putting money in the pockets of Gregory Coma and that of the Justice Minister, as well as Joseph Boaka and his children. The Supreme Court will determine that, whether they will get those monies. So we are right here on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we're here together to do what we can for our country. And first of all, let me say thanks to the Almighty God, and thanks to all of you for your prayers. Over the weekend, I managed to travel to my homeland in Kokoya area, where there was some situation involving MMG Go. I know MNG, not the MN Go, I know MNG or whatever. MNG, okay. So we had to travel there. Thanks to your prayers, for your prayers you continue to offer for us. We drove there and we had to return quickly. And Seawestown is where we stayed, and we had to travel to Deanstown. But we passed through different towns and villages along the route leading from Bon County and from Banga, right there, straight through there. We did not hit Botota. No, we didn't go through Botota. We didn't hit through Bar. So we had to use the other route. And it was quite okay. We spent pretty close to 2 hours to get there. Quite a good road, thanks to Aslo Mita. And I think they said B.A. Martin did a little part of it, yeah. So thanks to Aslo Mita and so forth. That's why you see some of us will believe that if only our governments can just prevail on these concession years to do the need for just this bare minimum for our people, we wouldn't be having these challenges. Because if you go into these plantations and their control areas, those areas have pliable roads. I'm not saying paved roads. I'm not saying asphalt pavement roads, no. Well, at least they are pliable because they got to travel, they got to carry their stuff, them, what their produce or whatever it is they have to take it back and forth. So we are very much happy that at least our going there. There was a Saturday morning protest that was staged by the women of the town, Seawestown, Bowstown, Newtown, Deanstown. Those towns that came together. This is a Boysen district area, but of course on the Kokoya belt. So we managed to give them the basic legal advice so that it does not spread into different things. And they managed to listen to us, and they went on peacefully. And thanks to the Liberia National Police Detachment they had assigned, they did quite a marvelous job guarding the protest instead of disrupting it. And then in the end, the management had to talk to them. And I think they have, while it is true that other issues still remains and are hanging, at least they managed to get some rewards. So we'll leave it as it is, and leave it as it is for now and see what comes from out of it. But I was just being told that because the result of that protest was that, look, you send a representative who will be different from representatives that were appointed by the lawmakers. So they have one PRO, they have one PRO liaison officer. All of those are political appointed officers, meaning they don't come from the town people themselves. So these people, practically the town people carry the belief that these people are being used through the political wings of the politicians. And from the meeting that was held, at least the white guys there, or the managers there, the general managers there said, look, we need your representative to be telling you what really happened in this fence, since you're not feel satisfied with the people here for you people. So I think it was fair enough. But I think one of their representatives that is saying, who's supposed to be a female today, according to what I heard, I haven't gone there yet to verify that she went and did all of the tests, and the only thing that came out with, she has a medical. And that was the only vocal person who even accompanied the delegation, the select members of the delegation to that meeting. And I'm understanding from all of they say, because she's very vocal, they don't want her there to be in the fence, to say things to people, and some of them say, oh, she didn't want to carry apron, we on there, so SYZ. I don't know why. And that could be only something that will be done by our black guys that are there. Those in our black guys that are there, they the one could be, because one of them really attacked me. One Zoga, I don't know Zio or Zoga or whatever, he had a muscle arm. We follow the video. That guy attacked me practically. I didn't even know who he was really talking to, because he has said that I went there to go look for a job. He said, you think how you get a job, you can't look for a job. I said, no way. I don't know who they can be talking to. No wonder. So anybody going to advocacy because they want a job, right? Yeah. And I don't blame you. Because most of our advocates here, the reason they do it because they want a job. They want to be seen at the table. And some of us were not like that. The reason we jump into advocacy is to make sure that other people who are supposed to be at the table, they are there and they are adequately represented. So he was attacking me, saying that you came here because you want a job. Look at it, man. Want job where? To come work with these people? Or to go what? To represent the town there, to represent, to work with the people? I beg you, yeah. You better go find something else to think about. You claiming to be government official. The people don't trust you anymore. All the officials of government, they don't trust you. They come up with protests. I am only there trying to guide them and tell them, say, look, you got to do it peacefully. You got to do it this way. When the people call you up, you're going to listen to them. Because the people were recalcitrant. They didn't want to go. In fact, they were vexed. They didn't want to enter the fence. They didn't want to talk to anybody. They wanted all their demands met. I said, no, it couldn't be. You have to go and listen to them. This is an opportunity. This time, no lawmaker, no liaison. All your representatives, they are not going to be there. You are going to directly meet these people to talk to them. So what is the essence? You go there. They managed to listen to us. Right? And then when they had a conversation, it was peaceful. That protest before 2, 3, the whole thing was off, because as the people were going in, we told them to take the roadblocks off so that the people can go about their businesses. Was that not leadership? I don't know why our people will not appreciate people. You think people that all will go and steer all people into violence and tell them, say, you go do it 1 year and then blah, 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 blah. I be telling people, say, you go do it. No, I have never led any protest and telling people to do the... no, I can't do that. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I believe that protest is called for. People's voices have to be heard. So when that window of opportunity opens for your voice to be heard, yeah, you got to go. You can't say, I don't want to listen to anybody. No. The essence of you coming out is because you want to be heard. So now that, the people concerned or involved want to hear you, why you couldn't go there? So they had to go there. And thank God it is what it is. But it will resolve that other issue about whether they don't want a representative. The idea there is a slot, which of course we are happy about, that there is a slot now outside of the slots that are occupied by people appointed by the lawmakers. So outside of that slot, at least the towns themselves, they have now come together and will have their own slot representing them there. Because some of the issues they raised there was that they can be disqualifying people. And practically, fair enough, most of the people there, yes, academically, yes, you may find some challenge here and there, but again, yeah, they say they've been failing people some poor face. So let them go there themselves, let the people administer the test in front of them and see that their locals are not just qualified to occupy these jobs. They are being given the opportunity. They are being given the test they fail, because that person going there now is responsible to give a monthly report to the communities, the affected communities, as to how MNG is operating. Fair enough. There will be no speculation. Nobody will be accusing any lawmaker, say that the other lawmaker do it 1 year. I don't know why people don't get that transparent. Look, once you are transparent, you erase the issue of speculation. If all of us were to walk to somebody, right, and then that person gave us maybe $50 LD, right? The person just wrap it and put it in my hand. Instead of me showing that $50 to you right in front of all of you, I put my hand in my pocket before taking it up to show it to you. And I can't show you $50. You want to believe it at $50 they gave? No. You say, why the man not show? Transparency saves everybody. People don't want for their names to be called, for people to spoil their name. But the way you live your life, that people will spoil your name. What a big deal about that. Transparency saves you. Do you know that when people can speculate, they can speculate, and suspicions and every other thing can make you get killed for nothing because you yourself, you don't want to open up. To people can assume that those basic assumptions and things can kill people. Most people die not because of the this or things, but the way they carry themselves. It makes you to die for nothing. There are some of you lawmakers, people voting against you today because you don't want to appear transparent to these people. Some of the things they accuse you of, for which they're voting against you, they are not happening. But you shut the doors. You don't want to bring these people. Let them be able to hear from these people and say, look, this is it. We want you about our representative. You please look for one representative. You're not going the fence there with me. I'm going to meet with the MNG people. Right? You look for one representative. Tomorrow I'm going to meet with the MNG people. And we are going to sit with the general manager. I want for one person to be from the community to come straight and be there with me. The moment you come back, I'm not the one that coming back to you in the community. The person who went along with me and you're selected from the community is the one that go back to your people and tell them what me and MNG people discussed. But if you leave the community behind, they gave you all the complaints. You leave them behind. You go in closed-door meeting with MMG. You come from there. You don't even tell them anything. You go by your business. Though you may have talked, it's possible you may have talked, but again, you didn't come back to relate to the people. So as a result of that, they will assume that indeed you compromise their future. Because there's nothing changing as a result of your departure from there. So as a result of that. So why if they themselves were to go there and they say, oh yeah, our lawmakers said talking, they are just stubborn. Our lawmakers said what there, our daily lawmaker, the way the lawmaker talking said was not easy. You will see yourself being saved from that. Well, our people. I don't know. You know, you like power, but you don't know how to manage power. That's your problem. You don't know how to meet team power. You don't know how to retain power. You don't know how to manage power, but you just love power. But it's bad. Yeah. So let me say hands up to all of you, wherever you are. Wherever you are. Let's browse it. Folks, it's not easy. I know many of you came to class. Say I can be late because I had a one I can be inspecting all the students enter class. You don't laugh. We can be on campus first. We who can carry on the devotion. So you see that? We who can carry on the devotion that we don't want to be on campus first. We can come late. But entering the class, we can enter last. Because we must make sure all the students enter the class before we who were the inspectors, the seniors, before we enter the class. So we'll be the last to enter the class, the most last person to enter the one. And of course, I think the roster was very great for you people, and we just have to run through it. I'm seeing Joe Cooper there. What are you asking about? I don't know. By the way, we're right here tonight, right here on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God. How you doing? How was the weekend with you people? I hope it was so great, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that I'm wearing a gold color shirt. I don't know how you call it. Someone was telling me it's yellow. It's not yellow. I know. Yeah, you know. Yeah, my water ability is fasting, so she says I will come to class late because of the fasting period. Yes, certainly. My man Sekou Kana as well is one of those persons excused, and for coming to class late. All of our Muslim brothers and sisters, we want to say those of you who come to class very late, it's after prayer. Yes, you have to honor God Almighty and do what you can, pray for our country. I think it's good for all of us, and we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. So, with God, you always calling God's name, somebody says. And I say, yes, I call God's name, and I don't call his name in vain. I respect God, love God, and I honor his commands. Not all. I struggle with some. I don't refuse it. I just struggle with some. Very good. It's not refusal. No. If I had my way, I could have honored everything, but it's very, very weak. And my will is very weak, not too strong, not too powerful. And I got to pray for that strong will, strong courage. So, to make sure that God's will can be done. So, we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. And we are right here tonight on this very day. You know, yesterday, I attended 2 occasions. One, the LFA Congress, I attended. And like I said, and let me repeat myself here publicly, that I'm supporting the continuance of Mustafa Raji. And I'm a person who has consistency in beliefs and ideologies, because I will be defeating my beliefs and ideologies. Where to see Mustafa Raji developing football through infrastructures, youth development, empowerment, and all of that, and just asking to just leave for no reason or concrete reason, then I will be defeating the very belief of saying that we have developed this country. He did everything we could, and instead of us appreciating that and allowing him to continue his plans, we decided to replace him with somebody who has no track records of developing his own life, his community's life, his environment, his surroundings. So I will be defeating that. I want to be consistent. I just believe when people are doing well, and that's it. The Mustafa Raji today, we all were part of their football revolution at the time. In fact, we were the guys who were on their side as sports reporters then, during the reign of Councillor Somo Ezeta Wesley. When I was sports reporter, you know, I never enter into something and be at the bottom. I always thank God for now. Nothing I enter into, I be at the bottom. When we were in sports reporting, we took the arrowheads. Were there. We fought. We did everything we could. I can remember one time, Marcon Joseph. I still remember Marcon Joseph, because look, the campaign was tense. The campaign was very, very tense. Because at that time I moved to Truth FM, the campaign was very tense. The likes of Andy Kwame, you see our Ministry of Youth and Sports today, Mustafa Raji, Rodney Wilson, the rest of the other guys, we know them. You know who they were standing against at that time? Councillor Sombo Ezeta Wesley. Surrounded and guarded by men who could run any decision and whatever with football. Nothing could happen. Gamone Kangane were on our side. The late TC Gu, Yankwe Bossy was our Secretary General at the time. A crack team, because she took over from Erin Snow. It didn't have fun. We play with football in this country, and we say we sport report on it. It didn't have fun. We can be playing. We're into that campaign. We did everything we could into that campaign. Yeah. That campaign, that transition. In fact, when the guys felt it, they didn't want even incorporated Musa ability into football, giving Watanga FC. Andy Kwame had to give Watanga FC to Musa ability. Musa ability had to be Watanga FC president. That will enable him and enroll him into the LFA's leadership. How Musa ability became president of the Liberia Football Association. It was not an easy thing. It was not an easy thing. A tall battle, especially. In fact, at that time, people were saying, oh, it was hard because that was the first time for a Muslim to occupy such a top post in Liberia football. Musa achieved that. That small battle we fought. Mustafa Raji, all of them, they got expelled. David Koti, they all got expelled on Ezeta Wesley, because it was not easy. You do anything, they expel you. They did all kinds of things to them. Those were all politics. It was not because of integrity or breaching of laws or whatever it is. So when I believe in people, and I believe Musa ability, let me say, Mustafa Raji is living the dream of that revolution. What they wanted is what it is today. So some of us, we just see it. So that's me. That's just me. And I got the blessings, and I to give my support, and I got it, and I gave it, and I'm there. So I attended that. Then I left from there. Now I had to go to Team Weir's birthday celebration, and I hosted by his father, His Excellency Ambassador George Manu Weir, an ABC compound, where we ate good food. Yeah, we ate good food. Good food we ate. Yeah. And And I think with that kind of food I ate, then later on he invited me to play. I had a booth, but the football booth is very small. I thought I'd change it. My friend brother sent it for me. I thought I'd change it. I had seen football booths were hurting my toes. So I had to go look for football booths all over. Until when I came now, everybody now call it jersey. Then I asked Sibeko, I say, any other jersey that get again? And the person say, but what if you not jersey? I say, Chief, I can't little. Then you see people, you see some of y'all not even get respect for me. Some of y'all can talk about lower the fee, we not see you there. I know that somebody who will not be on fee, what they call, look, if I had jersey, then somebody can talk about because you're running away, that's why you go say you go look for boost because you know I wanted to play. I don't want to play, I don't want to be down there, I play on the Prezosa. Then I now score 10 goals. I beg you. They cannot bring again inside me. Now bring people can play with their phone. They can't afford again. Anyway, yeah, easy. Whatever for you again, tell you we are going to score my goals and small thing. Eh? I beg you, yeah. I can never run away from football. Anyway, it was a great moment. Well celebrated yesterday. I just had to go and watch and be a spectator on yesterday. I was just a spectator now. Yeah. I was just a spectator yesterday. That was it. But once we were there, I saw and Jimmy J, I pray that you come to Liberia. Let's go on the football field. Some of you not even know our track records. The only reason I did not play good third division football. Yeah. No, Jokubo as in no booing. No, the special kind of boots I can wear is not just phone easily. So I had to go check all over. In fact, I was hoping some stores were open. I had to go way in town. I checked for boots. I came back. I went Douala. I checked for boots. I came back again. Then I went back on the other side. Then I go check for boots. No boots. No store open on Sunday now. Yeah, on Sunday. No boots. Then one of begin and call me saying get boots. I said, what you doing with the boots? What kind of boots you get? What kind of size you get there? You go call the size. Then I tell you, say, what kind of color of boots? Then you go call yellow boots. I said, well, what I doing with yellow boots? Then I just forget about it. Straight, I ran away from there. So that kind of thing, then I could force it to play. No, I couldn't play. Not the problem. So me, no, God will always give me Google excuses to give. I have justified and genuine and legitimate excuse to give for not playing yesterday. It was hurting me. You know why you take for somebody to say can't play? That means the person saw football inside you already before they tell you say can't play. So the person saw football inside me. They say you can't play. Then I can't. And I say what? Because no boost. So I waited until all the players took their jerseys. Then I came now. Then I say I'm looking for a jersey. I know nobody will take a jersey to give it to me. So I ran away. Look how retarded. Retarded say, you sure you really wanted to play? I wanted to play. But why you think I want to go over boost? If I never wanted to play, I'll kind of run away from there to go over. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I said I ran away to go over boost. I will have to run from down there, not run away. But you think if I didn't want to play, I was coming to run from down there to go look for boost. Yeah? I'm going to run from down there to go look for boost. I look for you, I try my best. So I get time for that you're talking. What are lazy? I'm lazy on your business. All right, folks. Then yesterday, while sitting already frustrated that I don't have football boots to play because I couldn't locate the kind of football boots I was looking for. Then I can't see all on Facebook. Then somebody come and say, "Oh, Abi, they put them flying around with yellow machines." And I say, "Who they flying with?" So then you see them talking about, "Oh, the minister there, what they call them?" I say, "You see this country? Let me tell you people something. This country is finished. No wonder GMB said that. Look, this country is really, 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 really finished. Now I know. I was just telling KOK and that of Austin while I was making my way to this place, to the work. I said, no wonder the country never saw the face of actual and tangible development until we came to power. Now I know the reason. So the ask say why? I said, but Chief, those days, those people were just passing around from community to community when they put the other thing there. What eyeball you get to look on the other side? What the technology that was in existence at the time, how many traveling opportunities our people had, for which they will leave to either go Sierra Leone or go Ghana and see developments going there, and then bring back similar development mentality that they have seen, and then expect their leaders to do it. Nobody. So as a result, we're all stuck. That's why you saw them building small streets. Then you saw all we're celebrating was a development anchor. When they built Hempom on the side, we saw it as development because that's the only thing you could see at that time. Your eyes were not open to development. And in fact, to the extent that they reduce your development to development of the belly and made you to protest and kill yourself for food business. Rice business, we protested in this country. That is the place they put us. They didn't care. They didn't care about development or nothing. So every little thing they did at the time, the citizens will accept it. They will take it and say that real development, they will, yeah, our country developing. So those mud rolls and things there that you see in the southeast and thing there, oh, they wanted to show to our point, oh, not power roll here for you. Could you imagine? Have you seen, I remembered the road leading from Lac at the time coming, the all road there. And you used to see the kind of thing they used to wear there, like latex. I don't know what they call asphalt pavement, right? The OO, I know that latex they used to waste on the road, and they say the field facing road. The people will waste those things on the road. I don't know, they call it quota toilet or something like that. They will bring it, they waste it on the road. You will see that thing wasting right there. Then they say the field facing road. Those were the roads they were facing at that time. When they do that, the big development. How will you not see as development when you have no opportunity to travel to the other country and see what is different there from what you see here? No way. So they were in that kind of useless way of thinking and thoughtfulness and all of that. Those are the kind of way that they were running this country over the period. So it was difficult for people to assess them and know what true development is. What you saw, our country never saw any good phase of development. Could you imagine our parents were working lack? They never knew anything about development, building houses or whatever. They never thought about it. Because for you to have development, number one, your environment plays a pivotal role. Your environment plays a pivotal role. What you do in your environment is that you assess your environment, you capture positive things in your environment, you challenge yourself to those positive things. You challenge yourself to it, and you say, I can even do better. So our environment, what we see in our environment is what we adapt to. So you see, children, sociologically, they say if you're born a child, children are born and they are born, our brains are just like white sheet with nothing on it. What you put on it is what defines it. Right? What defines it. So if you're born a child, the child never saw anybody ever walking, that child would never walk. No matter whether that child was born of parents who walk. Once that child had never seen anybody walk, that child would never walk. Everything that happens around us in our environments and where we are true adaptations. We adapt. So if we travel to Ivory Coast, we saw something happening there for another company that existed in Liberia, but operating different way in Ivory Coast and benefiting people in Ivory Coast. We'll say, but in Ivory Coast, you do it one day. Well, adapt that, bring it home, of course. That's how it is. But those days, we never had opportunity to see beyond Liberia. So when they used to waste the quota poo-poo, let me put it that way. The quota poo-poo, they were kind of wasting on the road, they say the Philly facing road.
But you don't go Firestone, and you see the road that going through Firestone. Look at the pavement that we have from ELWA that leading straight to the Rabat International Airport, leading from where is it? No, okay, no, leading from Cutting Tree all the way to Buchanan. Look at that road, and look at the road. They stretch in between there, the Firestone area. They stretch in between there. That's also quota people they were wasting on that road there. The Firestone. Go in Firestone, just cross the bridge. I don't know that what kind of bridge down there. Cross the bridge and enter inside. You will see the quota people they wasted on that road. Our Firestone people used to waste on that road. The road very narrow. Up to date, the Firestone, the road passing our major road connecting counties. A passing, the one that passing through Firestone Plantation is still narrow up to now. But those were developments at the time because we didn't know what development. Like today, we are appreciating now and say, that today now we are appreciating and say, but when you're living from intern, you come in, you see real quota, you see real road, well built. But the moment you enter Firestone Plantation, you don't see any good road there. So quota pupu, or whatever it is you see. Even the one that are running in the plantations of Firestone are quota pupu, yeah. Nothing there, even up to date, is still like that. The quota pupu still there. That the quota pupu wasting mentality in Joseph Boakai then up to date. The Unity Party people still carry that quota pupu wasting around, calling it development mentality. That is what they have within them. As a result, that's what you get. Look, yesterday I was very ashamed, but for my country, to have seen people heralding yellow machines. I drove from here, straight from Banga, all the way to Go Camp, to Sewestown. Sewestown, what they call? The road there is paved. How many yellow machine ArcelorMittal have before they pave that place? Nothing. Get maintenance. Get machines there, maintenance. Did we have to waste the country resources on 285 yellow machines and think that's the best way to go? Wastefulness, squanderers. Then Isabel, the guys took that, they put it on their hands, they start sowing crow and all. Could you imagine that? Is it not shameful? That's what I posted this morning. Oh, I dragged me. I made it to feel bad, but I made it to feel nasty. But they said the jet on my post doing up, and you know I don't want to get spoil their day. And I know how to spoil their day. I know how to deal with them. The guys started wearing yellow suits. I said, "But we're gonna put in the air." So that means that nothing sound will get for these people. If you think that you will get anything they call tangible development for these useless people, just go find a place to hire. If you have all means to fast forward 2029, you better start doing it now. If you think you will get anything sound from them, the government is a criminal cartel. It's a big criminal cartel. And the guys are passing around with yellow machines and say, look, yellow machine that we have. What kind of nonsense is that? I just sorry for some of my brothers, my Google brothers that know that in Unity Party, and I did it, you know. Right? Yeah, I know that. But the cow, that means a quota pupu water wasting mentality, bring that in Joseph Boakai and the time, challenging days, that still saw Firestone and wasting quota pupu water all over the sort of our development. And people were celebrating to dedicate to kind of road. That same mentality stay in Joseph Boakai and followers. Their whole brain useless. No wonder they were racked up all around here. The guys are narrow-minded to the extent that if we ever think anything sound will come from these people, 2 years it took us for them to achieve this. They just brought some. And that line, they lied to you, say, oh, that the pieces of material that they brought, why make 137 years old. Did you see how they can lie to you too? They not tell you, say, one yellow machine at 37, the other throw that one are so lies. You see, you're not too smart. These United Party people, they are very fake. These people would never, ever achieve anything tangible. Everything they are bringing is about what? Liability. Then you see Joseph Boakai, whole president,
wakes himself up. I'm not surprised though, because he's a useless president. He's a man who's not development oriented, nothing. If Joseph Boakai, who sat over 1.5 million budget, just 2 years after he left power, if Joseph Boakai can go broke and look at 2,000 United States dollars that Costa sent to him, he said the ego has landed. You know what they call ego? Do you know what the characterization of ego is? Somebody say ego. You know what ego means among the birds? You know what? If that papa will reduce himself to that level and call 2,000, ego has landed. The papa has no value. He's a valueless papa. No value, nothing. No dignity, nothing. No pride, no prestige, nothing. He's just as, and that is where he's taking this country. Nothing is valued. If your machine can be valued in this country, then it was no wonder why 2,000 United States dollars sent as gesture, as a goodwill from the Henry Costa will be branded as ego has landed. And the player are useless. RAB, I know the level I've reached to. I know they say little is much when God is in it. Granted. But somebody can wake up in my state of destitute and uselessness, the way I've useless my life. Then somebody come to me and then give me maybe $50. Then you see, no wonder you see some of our former officials of government, today they are causing weird because of just peanuts they give in and they have no value. Some of our lawmakers, CDC people who are CDC lawmakers, today the peanuts they are getting. You used to get 10,000, 5,000K, 10,000K. When they check at the end of the month, you get this. The peanuts they're getting, they're able to cost anybody for it. Look at the kind of people. That kind of people, do they really appreciate? Do they know what they call value for money? The Unity Party does not have that. Now, what you see, they passing around with yellow machines. Amen. If Unity Party, where they want to bring the COSD line and build that power plant to Monkofi Hydro, and build that power plant to Buchanan, and build that power plant to Nimba, they will have taken Joseph Boakai there to dedicate each one of those power plants in those counties. Joshua did not do that. Show me any video where CDC people told you, say, or the COSG people or AEC people say, oh, Mr. President, the power plant in Buchanan is already finished now. Can't go dedicate it now. Or the power plant in Kakata already finished, you can't go dedicate it now. Or the power plant in Nimba already finished, you can't go dedicate it now. Do you think we are really, oh gosh, man, we are really going there to go be dedicating power plant? Because that's the biggest. In fact, that is the biggest. When Ellen went and promised small lad today, big lad tomorrow, that you couldn't achieve, it was we that set our electricity dream. So we have taken a power plant and be passing around and say, look, in Nima County, hey, yo, I get a whole big power plant here. We don't bring AEC here. No, that was not weird. We are rededicated street lights. And say, look, these street lights are here. Wherever I go, I will carry street lights. He planted poles to communities that could not get the power grid. He carries solar lamp in those communities. Today we have left power for years. Now, today, those solar lamps are still in the communities where we have visited during his county's tours when he was president. We have dedicated that. If it were Unity Party. If it were Unity Party, we have dedicated. No, they would have dedicated that. They would have gone there. There's that. Oh, nobody knew that the power plant is already in Buchanan ever since. Guess what? Because they started planning laboratories in Buchanan, the Unity Party posted, oh, hey, you see that read Buchanan for the first time in history. I said, look at this. The power plant being right here. All you need is distribution. You think why they carry there? Or you think for asylum meter? Or you think the power plant that we are paid your country money so that it will go there is for your own livelihood. That's what we are did. They
we are to the extent that the useless Unity Party people, they've lost values, they've lost everything. They're passing around wearing yellow coat suit, passing all over. Is it not shameful? Is it not really, really shameful? You really think that you're sound enough to have done that? The very yellow machines you brought to this country, that the yellow machines, the ones that you brought and you carry back, that what you're using today to break down people's houses. Look at what happened in New York Junction today. Anywhere you see, look, yellow machine is a terrible cycle now for every Liberian. Then you bring it in, you celebrating it. Yellow machine is a danger. It's terrible for every Liberian in this country because Joseph Walker and his group, they are using the system, the court system, to damage people's properties using the yellow machines. That's what they are doing. We're looking at all of that here. Unity Party is any unity. No one of your own Lester Tenney useless one that who not get nothing in here. He call himself and get degree or whatever. So useless thing again come from a mouth. Foolish man like that. He can sit down, he can post, but he confessed. Because he who post, he said this is the only project that is to be dishes. Will not assign it to we are. So now they confessed that every other thing we be talking about, we are project. The OIL pass, we are project. There is the only one. They say, oh, can you imagine in 2 years? That is the only one. He said that, not me. That the Unity Party supporter that you get they get book in your ear. That didn't want there. So let's start telling you go to a post. He said this is the only one that the Silesians will not assign to their God. Sure enough, fair enough. Because their God does not celebrate mediocrity. That nonsense you bring, you think their gods can be attached to it? Does Georgia resemble somebody to come be passing around with yellow machine? Do you know how many yellow machines Georgia brought in this country? That Georgia, no, let's not tell you, you know, character like you are very useless to society, and the only thing you can do is to be taking money that you know you don't work for or whatever it is, and jump on Facebook to justify and maintain your salary or whatever by causing people. That's just all you care about, and that's your business. Yeah, J, thank you. Reader CC made AEC stable. They celebrated that. They said that they didn't want to make it stable. So the people, the guys, they lack any clue of development. Reader CC. Now, Reader CC made AEC stable. You know, the party took that Reader CC something and say that we don't want to make AEC stable. Only for Reader CC to go draft CC Canada, he exposed them big time. That's the kind of party that some of you associating with here today. That sound party there. That sound. What is sound will get in this country? People can celebrate yellow machine. What thing you already get in this country from Unity Party? What thing you already get in this country from Unity Party? That today, Liberian people are knowing. Because the Unity Party people push these solutions. I myself, some developments, the children and passing around showing, I never ever thought it existed because CDC was not noted for just priding itself into talking about, oh, development on this side. No, that's your responsibility. Why you get the power to come and do it? So you be shouting about it? That was not George Weah for you. That is not George Weah for you. George Weah was not in the business when you do that one day, you can't be passing around with no. George Weah, all he cared about is do it. The people will see it. They themselves, they are of sound mind. They can see it. They will make their own decision. If they want to appreciate you, they will appreciate you no matter what you do. No matter how you shout, you do whatever it is. No. If they want to appreciate you, they will appreciate you. So what are you acting your hair for? To not be passing around showing that now we're seeing that George Weah carry on a lot of developments in this country. Because the Weah that we know was not in the business of putting hospital on their side, coming back to come say, look, let go dedicate it, let go there. But no, Weah was not like that. Weah was not like that. So let's not tell you are right. That's the only project that the Silesians would not assign to their God because they are gods. It's not a God of uselessness. They are God. It's not a God of mediocrity. They are God. It's not a God who stood so low. Don't be passing around with yellow machine. Let's not tell you. Your brain is upside down. You are very useless. That's why you are saying, and that's true. Silesians will not tie their God to that. They will not tie George Weah to that kind of nonsense. That is foolishness. That George Weah can celebrate yellow machine. You are right. What did Lester Tenney post said? Let me come read it for you. Let me put it on there. To tell you that the Unity Party folks, they are very useless. Nothing sound in there. Yellow machine. You be passing around with it. You know what you have done to the sub-region? You know what you have made us to look like in the sub-region? The time and age. Ghana then withdrawing from IMF. They say we'll not be part of IMF anymore. We can raise our own resources. We can do this for ourselves. We can now produce our own cars. Then you there bringing other people bring their creation. You bring it to the country, you celebrating as though it was Liberia's creation. Today, if you say Joseph Boakai will say, look, we are able to produce our own yellow machines here, I will celebrate that because it is our own creation. It is our own creation. What thing you have created here that you will be celebrating? We should create what is us. It's what we should celebrate. That's why we have told the Chinese people. He said, because you bring in all hair pass, you want to come cost us here? You want to take your store, your oil hair pass, and your business? We don't have time for that. And we are assure you, Liberian people, we are comes back to power. We are those Chinese people that fear for putting more on Liberia because now you don't want to put more on to say, and we wanted to build it, but because they want to vote against us, that we stop it. That nonsense, it will not hold. You will see that when we are comes back to power, you will see structures, you will see infrastructures, you will see things, you will see things built on our own, by our own money, and we'll celebrate it by ourselves. We don't want to know. You can bring the low grade something here. Just today, me and my friend were just chatting. They then told me, say, Eddie, I will send you the people number. Just over WhatsApp and then chat with them and tell them, say, you want so consignment. The lowest grade yellow machine, because you know why? You see, this country is an interesting country. These people, they are very terrible. They are rogues. They are thieves. They are kleptomanists. And that's just who they are. So they can't sit in this country and they want us to believe after they have brought liabilities on the country, the budget you pay 1.2 billion budget. What did sign and do? You have Phoebe Hospital. Medical practitioners are striking there. Kafwan said the size of the budget determines the growth of the country. Let Phoebe Hospital there. You're not concentrating on that yellow machine you're passing around with. People dying in hospital. The guy is taking up those things and telling you, say, the other hair glove, they say, well, don't use it. You see Phoebe Hospital is dirty, rank up like that. Then you celebrating yellow machine. People dying. Then you talk about yellow machines? What kind of people we have in this country? You're not ashamed of yourself? Then you come and sit down here. You want to every day, there's that, they get to promote anything. That thing there for me to develop, that thing there for me to promote. Compare what we are there to that day you brought. Do you know what we are wanted to do? We are wanted for Liberia to have its own airline. Air Liberia. That's the dream. You know the Air Liberia thing you're passing around with you because your narrow thoughts, your narrow thinking can really lead you to impossibilities. You just see everything as impossible. Impossible. They want impossible. They think not possible. It will not happen you. It will not happen because your thing is not possible. We are wanted for even our country to buy a private jet. But some of the officials stood against it that, oh, he wanted to buy it for the country so that it saved us cost. He wanted Liberia to have Liberia. Everything we are ever wanted for this country is for the image of Liberia to be out there. That in the air, we'll see Liberians who are children who went to airline school so that they will be on a plane and speaking our Liberian English and selling our Liberian food to people for them to come to Liberia. That kind of thing we are thinking about. That is we are thinking. Now bring yellow machine liability here, no? What thing you doing in this country, my people? What are your problems? What really, you know the party people that very useless says yes will get these people there so. You're passing around with yellow machine, dressing in yellow machine suit. You know what happening? Look at today, a friend of mine just met me this evening before I could come. He said, AB, people eating our money. We just say what seven will die and say, what is that? He said the people paying us our 30% in LD. They are taking it at a rate of 163. When the central bank rate is saying 184, 182, they are taking it at 163. They're stealing from the civil servants. But they're celebrating yellow machines. You pass a budget of 1.2 billion. And today, you are celebrating yellow machines when the people's salaries. Because you can think. You just think everything is impossible. So something that we are talking, we are saying Bale Ale, where the Bale Ale will come from? Because you are thieves. If you can celebrate yellow machine, that you will not see Bale Ale as being impossible. If you can celebrate yellow machine, now that kind of person, person who mind, narrow-minded people who will celebrate yellow machines. You tell that man, say, Liberia, you want to build skyscraper, and say, I beg you, yeah. You don't achieve yellow machine, we not even able to achieve a good set. God, just bless us, we just achieve it, that you can get skyscraper. That kind of mail. So when you're sitting down with that kind of opponent, you're thinking, you tell them, say, well, we can get this thing done, we can get this thing done, we can get this thing done. So impossibilities will be running over their heads. You never believe that there could be a 14 military hospital. When we are programmed, what were they saying? They say, but before we are telling you, all the whole country, it will be so earthquake. He just breaking ground, because they never believe that those structures could be completed in record time. We are believing in what they call record time. Even up to date, they still doubting CDC headquarters until they saw payloads coming up before they shut their mouths, because they don't believe. That's the problem with them. They don't believe. These are the kind of people who don't believe in development, that they don't want you can get your country to. Then you think your country will get developed. So the people who don't believe in development, that they don't want you to your country and give your country to. We are saying we'll build a state of the apartheid headquarters. But then they jump to. They go waste money right here, where nobody going to the apartheid headquarters. Because they don't believe in it. You don't just pronounce it, you got to believe in a cause. Then you will utilize it to its full potential. You ever believe that MPA will come to their headquarters? And when it was starting breaking ground, they say, but we are the earthquake will not be easy in the country. Yeah, we are now going again to MPA again, and now go break ground there. Then we are now go LPRC again to go break ground. Then we are now go on the highway and say LTA. Headquarters breaking ground there again. Then we are going to City Hall again. Rest is City Hall. He said no car. He now break ground there again. That's also breaking ground. We are there on over today. The grounds we are broke. Some of it completed. Most of it completed. You're enjoying it today. Some of it, you're completing it today. It's not an earthquake anymore. There are projects that you want to steal, but we are on your. You're really looking at sound people in this country. Look, let me tell you something. One thing we are did. We are believe that we are lacking behind. Right? But for us to live from that state of being lagged behind and move forward, we got to do it concomitantly. We can't leave the people behind and get them suffering. So we got to do it together. So as a result of that, what we will do is to make sure that as we are carrying on development, we are finding an alternative for them. We are carrying on development, we're finding an alternative for them. We can't say we're going to take people off here and then we get nowhere for them to go. That is weird for you. What thing they useless rescue mission had ever brought to this country besides stealing? Those machines, it's a big liability and you will soon know it. And let me tell you the political part of it that you didn't know. I can teach you. I can open your eyes. Nima people, you're sorry. It's not that I'm insulting you people. But you are being used as fools. And you will continue to be used as fools and tools. You will be used as tools continuously because that is where you put yourself. The only man who's supposed to stand for you and be talking for you, even when he support people, one thing I love Prince Johnson for. If Prince Johnson even support you and things are not as it is, whatever it is, you will always speak out. Prince Johnson is dead. The Unity Party will use you like tools. The Unity Party use Jeremiah Kun. After they have made a big blunder, they start stealing from the country. They use Jeremiah Kun to go and fight for yellow machine and brought it. They took the yellow machine, they gave it to Lofa County, Brandon Samuka to go say manage it. Nimba County. Usable. In fact, you're sorry to say, Amara used the word prior to the election. He said useful idiots. That means people whom people can use easily. Nimba County is now being used by the Unity Party. Yeah. Because Augustine Peye Gafwan says the only way support will continue to go to that yellow machine Sunday Jeremiah Kunsh, you can nowhere around it. The only thing that yellow machine brought is political bickering that will be among them. That one is up to them. The next thing that would happen is that thing is a big liability. Let me tell you something. Joseph Walker looks for opportunities so that he and his people will continue to be liabilities in our country. Brother Samukao, get that office. That not even correct office. Office of yellow machines. You know what the Brother Samukao said today? They need 4.1 million annually. Every year you pass in budget, you must put 4.1 million there for them to manage. Ego. You know what 4.1 million able to do annually for Phoebe Hospital? Do you know what 4.1 million able to do annually for 14 military hospital? Do you know what 4.1 million able to do annually for Amen? Do you know that 4.1 million able to take it and add it to your salary and say we'll increase civil servant salaries? Do you know what it would have done for you people? 4.1 million annually. The thing you're celebrating today, you'll see what happening to you people. The machine will be sucking. 4.1 million annually? Where is that one coming from? What's this? The Public Works Ministry is a functional government entity, responsible, and people are paid to run that. So why are you having an extra office pumping 4.1 billion when Public Works Ministry budget is still the same, and then you're having 4.1 billion on that side? What is the problem? Do you know what 4.1 billion able to do for hospitals, for education facilities, or to improve the salaries of teachers? Do you know how many volunteer teachers are out there? That if you do a portion 4.1 billion every year, you must have absorbed the volunteer listing in the next 3 years. You must have absorbed everybody. 4.1 million to run yellow machine office. Shucks. You know, it's good that the Unity Party is exposing itself. I like how they are using you people for them to celebrate yellow machines. Dr. Lester Tenney, because he said doctor. So again, doctor thing there that not even correct for him. But he calls himself Dr. Lester Tenney. Yeah, he calls himself doctor. Right? Yeah. But that doctor said it got fair through today. That is the only thing that CDC people will not attach George Weah to their God as true. CDC people don't attach George Weah to uselessness. They will never ever attach George Weah to uselessness. Lester Tenney, you are 100% right. Their God is not a God of useless things. Yeah? So learn that thing today that it got fair through you talk, because of the entire 2 years, that's the only project that you people have. Yeah. That's the only project you people have. Yeah. But this country is an interesting country, and with God, all things are possible. And I can be telling you out there, you say Unity Party posse evident layer. How we are like undeveloped people? How we are like people who are just they're not sound? How we are like those kind of people? You want me to yoga? I got friends in the Unity Party. Don't get me wrong. Yesterday I met my brother Amos Toer at the LFA Congress. I greeted him. We laughed. He's one young guy who's really doing well, trying his best in his own way. And at the LPRC, we greeted, we passed by, and there are some guys who are trying their best, and we appreciate them for what they are doing. We are saying it. But Joseph, visionless Bwakai, for him to be celebrating the kind of thing in his country, it's bad, very, very bad, and to make our country to come down so low, where we can be spending 4.1 million every year to run yellow machines. 4.1 billion every year to run yellow machines. While Ministry of Public Works is already there, staff pay or whatever. Then they say they come in and employ 1,000 person. Oh God, this country. GMB, you have put your wing. They will challenge you, you're not succeeding. Yeah. You will not succeed because that's complete. I'm sorry to say, but like I said, and I will continue to say, we will not be celebrating those kind of thing. No, we will not. So seditions will not attach to such. You are right, Lester Tenney. Seditions will never ever attach to such, because will not
allow himself to celebrate that. No. That now, those CDC children are passing around and showing developments that we are did. Who knew whether the hospital that they dedicated in Grand Julia County that was supposed to be named after Doe that they took? Who knew whether we never knew about all those things? Because we are not in a business. We are believing that those things, yeah. I don't know. That is it. I'm not saying some guys are not performing in some areas. Like I said, go to the port, they're trying their best there. Where else again, or whatever it is, yeah, it do small. So you're not even identify old people. The other criminal here was sitting down on people's sweat. In that time, he was somebody's sound, Mo Ali. He was sitting down on a friend's sweat that they fought for already, and then brought all the yellow machine. Let me say those machines and things and whatever. He finished stealing all the money now. The water and sewer umpire, the whole thing is stuck now. Nothing able to show all again for development business. Nothing signed inside again because he is just useless. He just right. So that's it. Look at what happened over the weekend. Look at what happened over the weekend. That they play out Joseph Boakai. Useless old man. Listen to this and I will keep saying it because he's useless. Yes, it. Joseph Boakai. Small girl calling on cry. Sorry, no disrespect to our council. No disrespect to you, council. At least, even if she didn't mean it. Her first approach, small girl, that Joseph Boakai can born 50 times. Small girl, at least her first time getting in office, she invited as youth leader, youth and sports minister, invited political youth from political parties to a meeting to just at least even if the idea is that is leadership. The only problem I have with all is when the CDC refused the comments she made, she never had to make those kind of comments. But what she did was yesterday. But while that woman, that small girl was calling people, Joseph Boakai was refusing to honor the dead because there will be a George Weah at Nelson Taylor's funeral. You went to the woman house, you passed there, whatever the burial is going on. Joseph Boakai sitting there in this country. Joseph Boakai did not go to Boakai. I understand why. It's out of shame. It's not that Joseph Boakai, people say, oh yeah, because Joseph Boakai say he wants to stay under the same rule with George Weah now. That whole thing is about when Joseph Boakai and George Weah appear in a place, George Weah will take the credit and George Weah will overshadow Joseph Boakai any day. Joseph Boakai is aware of that. If Joseph Boakai and George Weah appear at the occasion, I am telling you, Joseph Boakai is afraid that George Weah will overshadow him. And he is the president. And George Weah should not be overshadowing him. That's why you see, since Joseph Boakai became president, he has not been recognized by the Liberian people. I always say that. Joseph Boakai is president by title. George Weah is president by endorsements of the Liberian people. So when Joseph Boakai and George Weah will appear somewhere, George Weah will overshadow Joseph Boakai. He does not want that. Jeremiah couldn't know, not they. That thing that George Weah did today in Prince Johnson funeral. You know that was disgrace to Joseph Boakai? Because Joseph Boakai is sitting. The moment they called George Weah name for him to go pay tribute, the whole place went wild. You know why it takes? That was a disgrace to Joseph Boakai. You think Joseph Boakai wanted a repeat of that? You think Joseph Boakai really wanted a repeat of that? Joseph Boakai would have gone down there. But he never wanted a repeat of that. It's humiliating. And Joseph Boakai will always be humiliated while George Weah is in this country. That's why you see their whole focus. They leave other political parties. They go, they do whatever it is. Every other thing, blah, blah, blah. And CDC, they put him on because CDC is the only party in this country that make them not to look presidential. They have the presidency, but they don't look presidential. They have the offices, but they don't look ministerial. They have nothing to show for it. George Weah is in the communities, in the hearts of the people. Wherever you go daily, everything about Weah. Everywhere Joseph Boakai goes, Weah, until Joseph Boakai himself, out of shamefulness, out of arrogance, and whatever it is, when he was rededicating and renaming a market structure built by George Weah at Rehab Junction,
He said, you don't clap. All of y'all, when you see people passing, anytime you see somebody passing, whole day, anything you're clapping for, yeah, anybody. Joseph Boakai was jealous, envious of Joshua when he made that statement. That Joseph Boakai will see, he said, George, we are going to funeral because she knew, I don't want about the new way. George, we are going to again, the Nima repeat. They were going to be even terrible. That whole funeral, they see United Party people catching fever. They say, oh, they turn the Labour funeral into party. You crazy? Do you know what CDC? CDC is noted for partying themselves in their own. Well, United Party, you get membership. United Party get members. Bunch of criminals partnered together, you get members. Why your party headquarters are empty? You get members. You get a bunch of hustlers. Bunch of angry, envious people who jump behind you to say they want to cut. That's all. Do they have members? CDC. They don't have their identity. They take their own. They celebrate their own. There's nowhere CDC will go. And the new CDC was going to capture that whole funeral. Joseph Boakai was going to be buried flat again. Then he was buried in Nima County. Joseph Boakai knew it. He said, don't go there, but you saw that thing that happened in Nima County. The same thing will happen again. So don't go there. We don't want to clash again. The humiliation is too much. And Joseph Boakai, whether you go or you come down, for the next 4 years that you are there, you will never ever be recognized by the Liberian people as president. You will only be respected but not recognized. That's two different things there. You will be respected because the office calls for that respect. But you are not recognized as president. Learn it today. I'm saying it again. I'm not confusing myself. I said you will never ever be recognized as president, but you will be respected because the office calls for that respect. It's not you. Recognition is for the individual. Respect is for the office. Paga, you and your opponent will sit down on me. I will teach you a whole day because you know nothing about governance. I told you, and I keep saying it. Where are you going? You come down. And are you celebrating yellow machine today? You don't see a disgrace? Oh, you saw it as a success? Let's go find a place to have. Let's go find a place to have. Let's get to the lines and interact with your callers. I feel the way you're now. You see, the way you're useless, I'll always pack you on one side, and I want nothing for doing, and I will do it to you. There's nothing you people can do to me. That's the whole thing, because I need nothing from you people. Thank you. So let's get to the lines, interact with your callers right here tonight on this very day. We are getting there. With God, all things are possible. Sedition, you can go and sleep tonight sound, because nothing sound has happened. So you're going and sleep sound. You just pray to God that your country will remain in tight until 2029. Let's get to the and talk to the first caller. How are you doing?
Hello, July.
Yeah, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, I'm calling from behind the police station too far.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Anytime you hear the people get scream up. Like, look at the black tree trouble. Those days, nothing in the age I remember. When they were playing our road, they were waiting to put up water, they put up food. So we should be happy and God was smart. Yeah, we're clapping. So I see the boys celebrating the machine. Oh no, man, we plan the control everything. On a serious road, man. Teacher, we too plan. Teacher, where's our going? Yeah, but when I see machine, then they celebrating. You think I'm going to bet it? And I call it skyscraper. And round up and say yes. They come to the forget it comes for they can do something for 2 power people. But the people say, and then they celebrating machine. Jeez, so then they swing soup. They're whining it. They were passing around the yeah. Thank you for me. Thank you, man.
All right. Thanks so much for your contribution. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you, please. Yeah.
But I will never be recognized as president in the country because he and his girlfriend, my man, Ellen Johnson said he said Liberian was a noisy minority. Now he said, God is not making new land. And when George got in power, George showed the Liberian people, thank you, yeah. Show appreciation to the Liberian people.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we'll come back to power, we'll go in there, we'll enforce with you. Because if you are half family meeting, my whole family said they can follow SKD. So all of them, I know what to tell them, and they will swear on the Bible to go for George here. For the election, now my one vote for my whole family will carry George here to be president.
Amen.
So thank you for the show.
Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. So let's get to the lines here, the WhatsApp line. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, AB. This is Melinson from New Jersey.
Yeah, let's hear from you quickly.
AB, thank you so much. You know, the Unity Party people, they've been parading around that they are educated, they are more sophisticated. But AB, from the look at things, their behavior, the way they conduct themselves, they are the most stupid people in Liberia. Why celebrate a junk yellow machine? Junk. Those trash them from Asia, out of Indonesia or where? Junk. Celebrating Liberia as if a country like Liberia that is going to 200 years has never received one in Liberia before. Just recently, under the Water administration, Nima Kante bought 22 pieces of yellow machine from Caterpillar in America. Caterpillar, the most best Caterpillar producer, yellow machine producer in the world. From the United States. You can't mass production. Any yellow machine company in the world to Caterpillar in America, they get the best quality in the world. Nima bought 22 pieces from them and carried to Nima County. Because of lack of management and maintenance, they began to trash today. Nima wouldn't celebrate the parade all the way around the country. Then you brought in junk that we see parking less than 1 year. We see a parking on the roadside as trash. You celebrating and you want to believe. But every major thing job we are doing in our country, infrastructure development, just as you said, 14 military hospital, Freeport headquarters, parks, and other places, they were saying that this thing will eat, that road will eat, that hospital will eat, that Freeport headquarters will eat. You condemn every major infrastructure development they make care of, that you will not eat it. Today you want Liberia to celebrate your trash. That trash they will eat. Have you forgotten what you said yesterday? I know John no cabbage you brought Liberia will eat. Those are fools. They are fools, AB. Those people are fools. And we tell them that they are stupid. We are not like them. We cannot be like them. Thank you.
Thanks, Medicine. And let me get on to the next call right here on this die. Hello, how are you doing? We'll get to the female line shortly. Hello.
Hello, it's Thomas contributing calling from Boston, Massachusetts.
Let's hear from you, Chief.
Okay, thank you. AB, today in my office, because I work in the port, and people just celebrating the machine we discussing. And I was telling the people today, I said, why are we celebrating machine at this time? Today, the yellow machine, people celebrating all around. We see those supporters, and the old man enter in a port, just a ghost. People just looking, but only there are a group of people supporting celebrating. Oh, your yellow machine, they wear yellow t-shirt. Okay. So I was asking today, then somebody will celebrate. I said, we will not celebrate the reason. There is a group of people. You look up, you have a boat here. Boat here. Where that bro still be liability to the country. Because they afford to be giving up money. Maybe let me tell you, Joseph Baka feel that he's smart. He can be playing smart game because you look at it, there's no way to appoint someone and say, okay, let's do that for pool. Then you'll be eating your own. You eat your own, you eat your own, in our way in the country. We need to pray for the country. We need to pray. Then when we want to talk, there's somebody who come and say, we talk with the message. Me, I told the people, I said, I don't get on all number of people the message anyway. I will say that this is a country we belong to. We will not see how people start to use all in the country like that. Our country, demonic people also square around. Then the president is just playing fun of people. Many people say, God, and not to be land for people. People are crying. Maybe people cry in this country. Now, women are crying. I said, I don't want to say. Then people celebrating yellow machine on what? You see, when you say, and let me tell you, every time the machine goes to that country, those people will take and carry to their vote and be money based level. How are they coming to?
No, it's up to them. It's up to them. So it's up to them. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate it. Let's get to the female lines. Hello, how are you doing?
Good evening, baby.
Yeah, please go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show. I'm Later. People will always stumble and will always fall. At the end of the day, you who God has blessed and God has given you the grace to be human magnet, there is no comparison between you and that person who not get great. Say, but cannot get great. You say, if in our we election in the country here, they will turn the country the way they wanted it to be. Yeah. Yeah. And you say again, you said that will be the end of the country. You cannot be speaking evil to the seat that you vying to sit down in. So it means that he's not a leader, he's a ruler, he's not a leader. When we compare it today, when we be asking question, we will say Chancellor is a leader. We will not say Chancellor is a ruler. We will say Celine, she's a leader. We will not say Madam Celine, she's a ruler. We will say Joia is a leader. Because anybody that preach positivity concerning your country, it means that you mean well, even of your own born generation. But you sit down and get the grandchildren, and at the end of the day, you say now, when you now win election, only election you won't win, you win the election now. Do better for the Liberian people. You know, I got to say, will be better.
Okay, thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. We appreciate that. Hello, how are you doing? Next call. Hello. Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
It's Robert calling from Johnson Day. Yeah, Abby, thank you very much. Abby, I will want to walk back for me today. I will come and bring yellow meeting. So I said, I have meeting for food and whatever. The way my children are going to school, I have meeting pay that school fee. Eh? I said, get yourself for here. Yellow machine. Say your brain. Say your thing. All the general. Say the party to tell you how your other to them is your drinking. Nobody are coming fool here. Let me tell you, they're not coming fool our people. That we say every day I call in Great Let my people. I said nobody will be fool. They come go cars and having beyond work. They take it away. Bring yellow machine. They feed the old machine there. They will use the contract war to fool there. You must not be fool. Now you're going to the pool and reject them and vote for your food. That we say every day I'm calling in Great Let my people. And my phone will listen to us. Before that time, we will catch the internet will go drink today and speak our talent to our people. There's 3 people that for 13 years ago, they were highly beyond and the chancellor, I mean, highly beyond Eddie and the people campaign. Nobody will vote for them. Let me tell you now. You take one Samuka for you over the machine. There's not going to you vote. When you carry around here, you carry a political leader. Then you use our men because it's just for power. They're using it came from something for you over the machine. You can about 4.1 million every budget, 4.1 million. Is it with today? Is it coming rob the country before our head? Let me tell you, what's going on that when we are seeing it for yourself, nobody has to check it. All the things that are going on, the people have to down. They're not going to catch them, my father, my parent land. That when they are seeing it for yourself, that Kalamata is that you want to talk about, that the Kalamata is red nana. All that when we tell you, put that to the man you want to work for. Nobody can say, I say, yes, I will work. And they are being a player, I'm going to expire before I know that I've never made a mistake. Put that to the 9. What they do.
Okay. All right. Thank you, mommy. Thank you so much. That's what you are there. Thank you, mommy. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Ebi. How you doing?
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah. Last people, any melody to say, we give up with it, we tire with it. So, anything they do, what are they can be the yellow machine, in the whole country here, we will not vote for it. So, because we are facing rule, they say that sour is making rule and nothing. So, that rule can eat, and that will spend the whole day, and that can eat. Hungry carry all, they go be yellow machine to do what he to party. I actually saying that they don't go to school. What do you want to? We tell with them. Their story, like Coco story, will get up for it.
Coco story. I like that. All right. Thank you, mommy. Thanks for your contribution. All right. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, this is Lloyd B. Johnson.
Yeah. Let's go, Lloyd, quickly.
Thank you. You see, the people, they are playing for all of themselves. No, let me tell you, this coming 2029 election, that 3 set of people will be voting. The angry people, the frustrated people, and the disappointed people to take the government for power. Like 3 set of people that coming against the unity party people. This is what I told my friend. Let me tell you, you bring yellow machine. Is that what will increase the civil service salary? You bring yellow machine, that what will carry people children to school? You bring yellow machine, like what will make that, like what will go inside in the market, or market will finish the same day. The people in the party, they really know what to post on. We just waiting for 2020 now. They will bring all that yellow machine. Thank you that will cost your money, but we'll take them for power. Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. The next one, hello.
Good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, this is Oscar calling from Compassion and Niva.
Yeah, Oscar, how you doing?
Yeah, but Eddie, you know, Eddie, I want to appreciate you. You use your words. All we in Niva, we can appreciate. You know, when President Bouaka was trying to come to power, he said, Samuka and that of the man who the Internal Affairs Minister, I think they were four in that negotiation with Prince Johnson and that of the Vice President. They told the statement they made, the use of Prince Johnson to convince Prince Johnson is that Bouaka is old. He said he almost to the point of death. So it's a time for Nima to take the leadership of Nigeria to be president. They fool our people and our people went and voted there. When they voted there, when they became president, the next thing they do, less than 3 months, they want to start walking code and they frustrated Prince Johnson and they kept Prince Johnson. So what you say is that anything like you have to say, I'm sorry. In reality, because we told our people from the beginning that the statement is making that, oh, the coming running campaign of Johnson running campaign, that this our child, Walker is acting like a secret door.
Why don't get a yellow machine something to Nima County person to hear it? Why Lofa County?
Thank you. There's how we're talking there. Nima gave you 148,000 or 45,865 votes. With the difference between you and President Weah was up to 95,000. Why every position in the government is in Lofa? In Lofa. So our people of Nima County, they open their eyes. Because they fool up from the beginning, you can even fool over the pregnant horse, but you can't fool to win the child. So they have done it for the first time, but come to the now, you will not be fooled again. Thank you for the night.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. Let's get to the WhatsApp line. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, this is Ruth Sayan, according for America.
Okay, let's hear from you, man.
Yeah, the only thing that sometimes when watching you guys, the main thing is our Liberian people, they need to realize that this is not politics, it's about country thing. Where the money coming from? Who is going to pay the money? The debt is going to pour on us before you leave the office. Who is going to pay that?
Right.
Because when all the money was now the debt is go by, I think 2 point something. That's how it go in now.
You're right.
So that machine that you brought, how much it cost? So that's me. Any president that can going to affect that president.
You're right.
Anyone that going to come and affect the people that live in the country, no school going to be benefit from that.
You're right.
No, there's no cleaner going to get medicine. There's no cleaner that going to get equipment, nothing. Because the country has a lot of money, they need to pay their debt.
Right.
But our people, they not educate on that to look for their children's future. They talk about policy. This is not policy. This is about country. That's what we're talking about. This is about country. I wish people will educate our people to understand that anything that whoever job we are, whoever did it, it fall on the country. It fall on our children to come. Why we need that machine there for? Why we need 120 machine? And we don't have people that will operate those machine. We have cleaners, no medicine in it. People cry every day on the Facebook. They're looking for people, they're looking for help. They send them to hospital. Nothing in the hospital. But we said it down, we back in policy. We said that, oh, we are policy, this and that. It's the country. That's how we would need to talk about.
Thanks, man.
Country.
I appreciate.
So that's why I want to
you are 100% right. Yeah, you are 100% right, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate. Certainly, those are hard questions too. Whether you like it or not, it will jump on you. You know, Joseph Burger, then they are noted for. How are you doing?
Hey, Eddie, how you doing?
Yeah, fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you.
Well, thank you so much, Eddie, for the topic. But Eddie, you touched on two topics. One of it was that of Lester Sandy, his post, and that of these yellow machines. Eddie, and you said it right. President, we have brought in that country 27 pieces of yellow machine. Nobody knew that 27 pieces of yellow machine, he brought it in Monrovia. President, we have brought in 8 brand new fire trucks. Nobody knew in Liberia that President, we have brought 8 brand new fire trucks. President, we have went to the UAE, they brought in supplies to equip the army militarily. Nobody knew. Maybe.
You're right.
Hello?
Yeah, go on, we're listening.
Yeah, okay. So, President, we have brought all of these things, and then nobody knew in Liberia that this thing came, because he was the kind of person that want the Liberian people to see what he is doing, to feel it. You know, and so these are the things. And so Lester Tenney, you're right, 100%. But I learned that Lester Tenney that better man. I say I better man, Ebi. But Lester Tenney spoil the better people need.
Now let's not tell you anything. Pura mean that people who don't know nothing about the transmission, none in a pura there. Now let's not go in a pura.
I don't understand. Who is Lester Tenney? This man, his education is worthless. Thank you, man. God bless you.
All right, you're most welcome. Hello, how you doing? Hello.
Good evening, Messiah. This is Babe calling from Rapoi.
Let's hear from you, Dad.
Me what I sent a 2 tuxedo from France, yellow tuxedo. I put one to the back. Then put on my shoulder and be walking behind the yellow machine. Thank you.
Thanks for your contribution, Sisi Pape. Hello, how you doing? At Moka, quickly.
I'm the visually impaired that is pushing for the return of President We are 2029. Thank you. You know, it's true, you know, sometimes when I hear or discussing, all of those things, but you are not able to tell the Liberian people. They never base a whole lot of things. You know, he will not get involved with one thing. Let's go to the former public minister. When she told that he found the machine that we're talking about, the machine that they are using to break people's rooms, we brought 27. And the others were already procured, and they were there to be brought into the country. The very ticket that they use to bring the lean by buses is the very institution that we use. Someone we use $4.8+ million. 42 pieces of yellow machine, 11 pickers. So how much they use? We are corrupt according to them. We looted their treasure according to them. But everything we ever brought into this country, CQ are attached to it, and the number are there. Send they go to the public works ministry. And they are aware that we didn't use the proper channel to bring in those machines that they are using here. Why? They could not come off. But here we are. The military, he brought equipment for them, but they were not unused because they made a busy, he was busy with development. You know, there were people that, you know, they put out a parable, they say there's a bird in the bush. That particular bird, you know, when they put plant and rest, when the rest is growing, they got some fresh bird that can go to go start growing, they put rest on the ground. When a particular bird, he rules some other rest off ground. When they see some kind of grass growing, when the ruler, they will say, the last time I read will rule today. The happened to the United Party. They have nothing to celebrate. So this is the only one that they have to celebrate. They got to shield for the disgracefully, wearing yellow, women in yellow, men in yellow. Can you imagine that? Then Lester Tenney, just yesterday, he was licking on CDC. Today we are here. He's not about to lick on Joseph Baka because that's what he can do. He's talking about this is the way. Yes, we cannot celebrate failure. We can bring in machine into the country does not automatically get development to the country. No. It comes with burden. You hear the money need? $4.1 million every year. Can you imagine that? How will you be able to service the hospital? How do you service the school? Do you even pay salary? Because of all of these unnecessary burden that they are putting on the government, they are indirectly carrying on harmonization at the end of every month. One of my brother was telling me, he said the poor have cut 15,000 LG now from my money.
Oh yeah.
When you go to go ice, the poor will tell you, say, oh, the poor are dealing with it. Prevailing rate because they want to take care of all of
the prevailing rate, and
they
the
want to take
prevailing
care
rate
of
is far below the CBR rate, so it's no prevailing rate.
It's far below. It's far below. So that was the so I was telling you that particular sector. I said, so if you calculate $15,000 term, you're not. We calculate that we came to 1.5 million Liberian dollars every month. They are using that to take care of some of their useless behavior. But we are here. We keep pushing. This is why the argument of this project will continue because United Party government has no project yet, but they are dancing in our dream and will continue to push it. Thank you for bringing your machine, but it will not develop Liberia because we know that it comes a whole lot of priority on the doctor of Liberia. Thank you, lady.
Thank you. Thanks to all of you for the time tonight. Until we are back here, we want to wish you all the best. Bye-bye.